It's an AFC showdown with Pittsburgh in town to face Kansas City. The Steelers lead the series 23-12. Can they make it 24? Find out next.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, everybody, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunton. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And the Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a dual-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season, and Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the first round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. Solid catch there for man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Steelers here ready to go to work for the first time. And the grizzled vet, Ben Roethlisberger, bringing him out now in his 18th season in the National Football League.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game set.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Nick Bolton. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. Shoves him aside. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short. Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And as a running back, you've got to be saying, where did he come from? He covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time, and he was able to stop his man before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story as he was approaching 19 miles an hour on that one. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. But just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. Touchdown! Travis Kelsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. Run play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger.
That swung out wide to Harris.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Roethlisberger will throw. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. To throw again is Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Roethlisberger on the draw. It's Harris. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream for having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Butker now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
after the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
On the give, this is McFarland.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away, but this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Gives to the first man through, Watt. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
On 4th down, the rookie Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers.
Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And the grab by Croft. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Completes it to Watt. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 4 receivers now in the formation, 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got the hook up to McLeod. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll get started out west in Las Vegas. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in the second quarter. Derek Carr has a couple of touchdown passes there. From there, we head up the coast to Seattle to check in on the Seahawks at home at Lumen Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Russell Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Phillip Lindsay, a touchdown run in the victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Steelers in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Now Roethlisberger. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
It's complete to Watt. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Mika Fitzpatrick, the all-pro safety, up to make the play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Mahomes on target here to Hardman.
7 yards the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mahomes firing complete, and he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Edwards-Helaire.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try with McKinnon. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Chiefs extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will swell by one more.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Roethlisberger.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Roethlisberger. Fighting through pressure. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
KC's offense ready to take over, and they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Now we have Kelsey slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here again is McKinnon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Third and short, McKinnon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
McKinnon. And he's got some space here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second down, McKinnon. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chiefs, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.